Hello, fellow artists. I know color is difficult to get right. These exercises are with photo references. However, you can do them plein air or with a still life. The same skills apply. I have one tip before we start, and that is to be able to judge properly the colors on your canvas. It is best to start with an off-white base color. So you can smear raw umber or burnt sienna with turpentine on it and wash it down with a cloth or paper towel. Or you can also use acrylics mixed with water with the same colors, raw umber or burnt sienna. And at the end of the video, I have a few more tips to keep in mind when doing these studies. And I'm also going to suggest to keep your color palette limited to just the primary colors so that you can experiment with mixing the colors yourself to level up your mixing skills. This is a very simple one. This is purely designed to solely focus on color. It allows you to properly isolate and analyze the colors of each plane, but still think about the colors and how they relate to one another. So that might be a little bit counterintuitive, but if you get the right color, you won't really need to think about how they relate to one another. You can just step back and you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. The planes make sense. I got the right color. And the good thing about this, because they are planes, you don't have to think about the shape. You don't have to get a good drawing under it. If you are able to get a good drawing, perfect. Like less thing for you to worry about. And if you struggle with getting that first drawing, don't worry. This is a color exercise. If you mess up, it's okay. There are other exercises you can do to improve your drawing, but this is not one of them. Number 2, the planed vase or container, whatever thing you want. I found this other picture that had exactly what I was looking for. A vase with different planes. So to see that volume and those colors change throughout the surface. So the reason that this is a good exercise is that you're able to focus on the colors of each plane. Same as with the cubes, but this time you have more variations of one color. So each plane will be its own color, but the mother color or the mother hue is one. So you're going to be looking at different variations, like in this case, this vase that I did, it's all different variations of yellow. And number 3, the beloved fruit/vegetable. So in classes, we always do these at the beginning. But in this situation, when we think about color, a fruit is pretty good, or vegetable. Basically, with this exercise, you have a simple subject, the one fruit or two that you can just plop down on the table or grab a picture. You can't cut open any fruit or vegetable. You're going to have a very flat plane for that matter. You're going to have to break it down to decipher what the planes are, where the light hits, where does it shift. When it shifts, that's a different plane. So these would be excellent because now you're training a different skill. You'll start to learn how to deconstruct the subject into planes, just like the vase from the previous exercise. And it is harder than it seems. So get that vibrancy, get that brilliancy, get that purity, get that highlight. So I would recommend the blocks or just the vase if you just want to mix color or see how color works if you're very new to it. And really try to make it 1 or 2 subjects maximum. And really try to just make 2 subjects maximum. Like 1 or 2 is good. 3, you're putting a lot on the plate for now. If you do want to level it up and see how it goes, then yeah, go ahead and do that. So here are my final tips. observe the color, analyze it, start your color mixing, try to get as close as you can, and just put it on the canvas. Just do a little swab, see how it looks. Is it the correct color? Is it wrong? If it's wrong, what is it missing? Does it need to be darker? Does it need to be lighter, redder, bluer, more yellow, etc.? These are questions you can think about when color mixing, because it starts to really get those gears going, and those constant analysis is good, because then you start to really level up your observational and analyzing skills, as well as your execution skills. And then you just keep trying and you keep trying. And here's my final tip. It is easier to adjust the saturation of a color if you have started with a more pure, brilliant color, to be able to desaturate it and adjust it. But if you start with a very dull, desaturated color, it is going to be very difficult to make it more brilliant or saturated. It is very likely going to be sullied by it, meaning it is going to get, so the purity of that color that you want to put on top of that desaturated one is going to get affected by it, by the one below it. And there are ways sort of to go about it. You can make a really thick paint or put on it with a palette on top. But I would recommend to get it more saturated from the beginning, make it brilliant, and then if you need to adjust it, do it that way. It will honestly save you a lot of pain, a lot of frustration. So those would be my 3 recommendations for color and color mixing exercises. I believe those to be very good exercises to level up your color observational skills, analysis, as I said, and execution. And I mean, here I did the pair twice because I didn't like the way I did it at the beginning. On my first try, it was very dull looking. I was like, I don't know how to fix this, so I'm just going to restart. And I do recommend that you do that. If you don't like it, try it again. Something that you learned when you did it. So analyze what went wrong and do it and try again. So yeah, they did help me improve my own colors. So thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a like if you liked the exercises. Let me know in the comments if you tried it and if you liked it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos of the sort. Thank you so much, everybody, and happy painting.